Yes, Paulie.
We were watching on the Golf Channel. They're getting ready to tee off. Torrey Pines, U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Mickelson's out there.
Yeah.
I got a Phil Mickelson related question for you.
Okay.
And pretend you're Phil.
Okay.
I think he has 3 Masters wins, 2 PGA wins, British Open or the Open Championship he won once. He's finished tied for second in the U.S. Open, I think 6 times. This is his home course. He's 51 years old. Okay. If I gave Phil Mickelson a deal, you could win this U.S. Open at your home course, but you are somehow injured late in the round and you don't really play competitive golf again, maybe seniors tour or whatever. But your career is basically over. You could sign up for winning the U.S. Open now, or you could take your chances.
So he'd get the career Grand Slam.
Home course.
But he doesn't get to play competitively on the PGA Tour again.
Yeah, it's kind of over. He moves on to being one of those seniors golfers. Now, we posed this question years ago to Kurt Schilling. You asked him if he could be healthy for the World Series, pitch, win it for the Red Sox, rip up his ankle, and never play baseball again. He goes, sign me up. Give me the sheet. So, what do you think?
I would think that Mickelson would take that.
You just take the deal, not take his chances.
That he would take the title. That he would take the U.S. Open and he doesn't play competitively again on the PGA Tour. Then you got the career Grand Slam. You finally won the U.S. Open. Yes, McLovin.
Right. If it was any other tournament, say I said, if I give you next year's PGA, he wouldn't do it. But this circumstance is what the difference is?
He's had so much heartbreak. And this is his home course, and to be able to win and go back-to-back off the PGA Championship, he probably would. I think getting that career Grand Slam is really important. You know, you have Rory that we've been waiting for him to do it, but at his age, at age 51, yes, he.
But just to play devil's advocate, do you think he's really thinking this weekend would be it? You know what I mean? Like ready to let it all go? If this hypothetical situation was...
Well, how many U.S. Opens do you think he has left in him where he can be one of the favorites? That's probably, you have to do the math there, and maybe, I don't know, top 10?
But after he won the PGA, he was like, I don't know, maybe this is the start of a run I'm about to go on.
Yeah, could be.
You know? So his mindset seems to be more about longevity than it might appear.
Well, it's also where the older you get, the more unlikely it is for you to string together 4 great rounds. You know, when you're younger and you get on a roll and, you know, a lot has to go right for Phil Mickelson to win this tournament. A lot had to go right for him to win the PGA Championship. And those you're playing against, is anybody going to have a career weekend? You also have to, you know, kind of factor that in as well. Is Xander Schauffele going to finally win a major? Jon Rahm going to win a major? Jon Rahm, who had to famously bow out of the Memorial, what's his mindset? He's going to hear all these questions about, you know, COVID and are you vaccinated and, you know, can you remain focused? That's a long golf course too. You know, the scenery is beautiful. I didn't love the course just because it was tough. You know, it's interesting how that is, where this course is too. I didn't think Augusta was difficult, but I'm playing it from the members' tees. There's no gallery around. There's nothing that intimidates you. And I had a great caddy, so you can kind of get around and not feel overwhelmed. Torrey Pines, you're going, how many yards I got left? You got 275. And this is a par 4? Yep. So Torrey Pines that's a long slog. Yes, McLovin.
Is that why you see old guys like Fred Couples or someone who might have a great first round, and we talk about them, but then they sort of fade? Because you can do, if you're old, you can put a good round together, but not 4.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, where Tom Watson was able to do that and nearly won. You know, that it's really hard to do that. And I think that's what's rare about this. Plus, I mean, Phil still has power, and to be able to do that and keep up with the big boys. And that's really important to Phil, because I think Phil will eventually take over for Nick Faldo on CBS. Like, my feeling is Phil eventually takes over. And from what I was told, Phil still wants to be able to compete at the majors and certainly at the Masters. That's the tricky part. The CBS carries the Masters. Can he compete and still do his job? And that might be one of those things where if you're CBS, you say, let's roll the dice. Our main analyst is going to be playing in the tournament. Yes, Eden.
You say Phil still has power. He hit a ball 366 yards at PGA. That's a hell of a poke.
Yes, it is. But, they trick up these fairways where they're like bowling alleys. You just get them going. They have these slots, these speed slots, that if you hit in a certain place and it hits and then it goes. Do we have a mention with Callaway there, Seton?
Yeah.
Because I should have that. I think I might have it in my... Here it is in my filing system.
That's where you put all of my important papers there.
Yes. The new Epic driver that Phil will have in his bag. They have one for just about everybody. They got all the jailbreak speed frame technology there. Epic Max, the Epic Speed, which is what I use. And the better players use the Epic Max LS, capitalizing on the tour's preferred combination of low spin, high stability. Check out the Epic family of drivers, CallawayGolf.com/Epic. Epic.